Hey everyone, so today I have a really exciting video for you, my first ever original book tag. So since I've been seeing the astrology meme going around Tumblr and Twitter, it's like so crazy right now with, like the signs as kind of post. And so I thought I would do an astrology themed book tag. I did do a lot of research in order to figure out like the main personality traits of each astrology sign and then correspond a question to go along with it, and I'm really happy with the questions I came up with and I can't wait to share them with you. So there are 12 questions, of course, to go along with each of the signs. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So the first one is Aries, and Aries are usually really strong leaders, really headstrong, and so for this, the question I have is, find a book where the characters go on a grand adventure. For this, I picked Hollow City by Ransom Riggs because I really enjoyed the adventure that these characters go on, and it was just like really fun and cool and adventure-y, and yeah, adventures are really great. Next we have Taurus. Taurus are really practical, they really think things through, and so for this I have a book you thought long and hard about before purchasing it. Pretty much the opposite of an impulse buy. For this I have The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I considered buying this for years and years, but I didn't know if I would like it or not. I didn't really like the cover, and I finally did buy it, and it was one of the best purchases I've ever made because this is an amazing book. Next we have Gemini, and Gemini are typically really wise and they use their mind a lot, they're creative and really think about things. And so for this I have, find an author that you feel is wise, someone who understands people and life really well and they portray that in their books. I'm picking Kelly Link, the author of Get in Trouble, because I went to a book signing last weekend with her there, and she talked in a panel and I really liked the answers that she gave. She really seemed to understand characters and just people. Next we have Cancer, and Cancers are very loving and like the shoulder to cry on type of people. And so for this I have, pick a book that helped you get through a hard time in your life. And for this I have chosen Twilight by Stephanie Meyer because I read this at the end of my 8th grade year in school. We were just in the process of moving and I thought it was going to be a good time, but turns out a lot of family drama stuff happened during that time and it was really emotional and not pleasant at all. But I had picked Twilight up at the library and I read it and it totally was just like a good friendly book to have that just helped me get through that difficult time. Alright, the next one we have is Leo. And Leos are those kind of really self-assured people who are really bright. They know what they want. And so for this, pick a book that made you feel inspired or empowered. And my answer for this is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, because reading this, especially the ending, really made me appreciate books more. Same with The Book Thief. It made me really just want to keep reading, to grow this love of books even longer, and to just keep books going. Go books! So next we have Virgos, and typically Virgos are kind of perfectionists. They think a lot. They sometimes are really hard on themselves. They really like to get things perfect. And so for this, pick a book that you thought was flawless. No mistakes, nothing. It was perfection. For this I have Hold Still by Nina LaCour. This book was flawless. Perfect. It just, everything. All the different aspects of this, beautiful book, and I loved it so much. Next we've got Libra, and you probably know that the sign for Libra is the scales, and Libras are all about thought and balancing. So for this, pick a sci-fi, fantasy, or dystopian novel where there's a really perfect balance of romance and action. For this, I picked A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin because there's a lot of characters in this book and a lot of things going on, and I think it really balances well the romance in it and the action and all this different stuff with all the different characters, and it's just really a good, perfect blend of all that stuff into this book. Next we have Scorpio, and apparently Scorpios tend to be kind of misunderstood, elusive, mysterious, and so for this I am saying to pick a book that turned out to be completely different from what you thought it would be. For this answer, I have The Wind-Up Girl by Paolo Bacigalupi. This book sounded really fun, kind of like steampunk. It is an adult book, and it really surprised me. The graphic scenes in this and the really grungy aspect to this book. Still a good book, but definitely not what I expected. Next is Sagittarius, and they tend to be very energetic and very self-assured also. And so for this one, pick a book you are very enthusiastic about, one that you would recommend to anyone. I considered picking Paper Towns for this, but again, I need to pick Hold Still by Nina LaCour because this book is perfect and this book is so good and I recommend it to everyone. So next we have Capricorn, and Capricorns tend to be really ambitious. They work really hard for what they want. So for this, pick a book where the characters never give up on trying to get what they want. For this one, I'm picking Q-Teen-84 by Haruki Murakami. The two main characters, Tango and Aomame, I'm not sure how to say that, are constantly trying to find each other and get back to each other. And this is a monster of a book. So this whole time, they're just trying hard to find each other again. Next we have Aquarius, and Aquariuses are pretty unique and they are proud of that fact that they're unique. So for this one, pick a book unlike any other, with a uniqueness that sets it apart and makes it amazing. I'm picking The Boy Who Couldn't Die by William Sleater, which is a different type of zombie book, and it involves voodoo and weird stuff, and it's really like unlike anything I've read. And lastly we have Pisces, and Pisces are typically really spiritually sound. For this, pick a book with a character who goes through immense character development. For this one I had to pick Insurgent by Veronica Roth because the character development that Triss goes through from book 1 to book 2 was amazing. So that is all the questions for this book tag. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just going to tag everyone who watches this because I think it's a really fun tag and I think everyone should do it. Bonus point if you can guess which sign I am. That is it for this video. Once again, I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in my next. Bye!